think of this winter wonderland? I thought this would be the perfect place out in the snow to read A Little House Birthday by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And here's their cabin, all covered with snow. Once upon a time, a little girl named Laura lived in the big woods of Wisconsin in a little house made of logs. See her gray kitty over here? Laura lived in the little house with her pa, her ma, her big sister Mary, her little sister Carrie, and their good old bulldog Jack. The winter seemed long, and Laura and Mary began to be tired of staying always in the house, especially on Sundays. The time went so slowly. Every Saturday night, Pa filled the wash tub with fresh snow and put the wash tub on the cook stove. Soon the snow melted to water, and it was time for Laura and Mary to take their baths. Laura took her first bath because she was littler than Mary, and then Mary had her bath, and then Ma had her bath, and then Pa had his. Now they were all clean for Sunday, and on Sunday mornings, Laura and Mary dressed in their best clothes with fresh ribbons in their hair. On Sundays, they could not run or shout or be noisy. They must sit quietly and listen while Ma read stories to them. They might look at pictures, and they might hold their rag dolls nicely and talk to them, but there was nothing else they could do. One Sunday, Laura could not bear it any longer. She began to play with Jack and run and shout. Pa told her to sit in her chair and be quiet, and Laura began to cry. So Pa took her on his knee and cuddled her and told her a story. Soon that long Sunday was almost over, and Laura lay in her trundle bed with Mary, listening to Pa sing Sunday hymns with the fiddle. The next sound she heard was Ma by the stove making breakfast. It was Monday, and Sunday would not come again for a whole week. That morning, when Pa came in for breakfast, he caught Laura and explained that today was her birthday. Laura was 5 years old. Pa gave Laura a little wooden man that he had whittled out of a stick to be company for her rag doll, Charlotte. Ma gave her 5 little cakes, one for each year. Ma gave her a new dress for Charlotte. Mary had made the dress herself when Laura thought she was sewing on her patchwork quilt. That night, for a special treat, Pa played Pop Goes the Weasel on his fiddle for Laura. Now watch, he said. Watch, and maybe you can see the weasel pop out this time. But Laura and Mary hadn't seen Pa's fingers make the string pop. Oh, please, please do it again, they begged. Pa's blue eyes laughed, and the fiddle went on while he sang, but he was so quick that they could never catch him. So they went laughing to bed and lay listening to Pa and the fiddle singing. It had been a happy birthday in the little house in the big woods. And there's Laura, all snug in her bed. Laura Ingalls Wilder did have a birthday in February, but it was in 1867 when she was born. I also have a birthday today, friends. So thanks for reading this story with me. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.